Bro, so it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to start off just the podcast a little bit strangely today.
Sure.
And pretty much we met at a party. We met at an Italian party.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a month ago.
Yeah, it was like, right around there.
Right?
Yeah.
I just got invited by Kush. So,
Okay.
And you were just explaining right now that you just met him that same day too as well.
Yeah, I walked in literally, didn't know anyone there besides Nicolette who invited me.
Right.
She's like part of Avanti. And I'm like, let's go to the bar, grab a drink. Literally, Kush walks out there, yo, what's up, man? Love your videos, blah, blah, blah. Let's link up. Here's my number. I was like, all right.
Yeah, dude. So when I entered too, and I just shook up with Kush, I turned to the side. You look familiar.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, shit. And that's when Kush was like, oh, yeah, he makes videos too.
Yeah.
And that's when we exchanged social media. And I'm like, I saw you because you were the one that always does, you're from Chicago or like you're from the south side of Chicago. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I do a lot of Chicago content.
So like pretty much in social media, everyone knows social media. Everyone's trying to be a social influencer now, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you have time doing this. Well, when did it first start? When did you actually find love to edit and just make content, bro? You have to be creative.
Yeah. Well, I don't love editing. I just do it. I would say 2019. I put out a few videos because I see videos online like skits and stuff, and I can do that. You know, like I always liked skits. I used to watch Jimmy Tatro back in like 2012. He'd make all the. I don't know if you heard him. He doesn't make videos anymore, but he was like the first, like the OG YouTube skit guy, like one video a week. So in like 2019, I see these videos kind of similar. I'm like, I can do that. Put out some videos, obviously didn't do well. And then one random one hit. I actually filmed it myself. I walked down Michigan Avenue, and it was like every Chicago tourist or something like that. And it hit like 500,000 on Facebook in like 3 days, of all places. I'm like, why the hell did it blow up?
Wait, what year was this?
2019.
2019?
I don't know if it's still out. It might be.
2019 you hit, wow.
Yeah, it was like it was like one of my, I would say not one of my first videos, but like within the first like 2 months of doing it, like, because all the rest got like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 views.
Right.
And that one blew up. And I was trying to figure out why. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's something to do with Chicago. And then I put out like Chicago North Sider versus South Sider. And that's the one that like got like 1.5 million in like 3 days on Facebook. And that one, I would say put me in the map. I got my start was from that.
So I want to touch topics on that one, actually.
Sure. Yeah.
So pretty much everyone wants the secret on how to go viral, right?
Easy.
But there you go. But for you, it's different, right? Because you have to find your own algorithm. You're posting at your certain time. Your fans are looking in the morning or night. When you figured out what worked for you, first, how long did it take you to do it? Second, what strategic approach do you use now to, get those new followers and people to keep engaging?
Well, if I watched my old videos, my editing was horrible. Okay. I'd leave space between like lines where like it was dead space. Like I think they call it J-cut now, where it's like you almost overlap clips. But I think I don't know if I was an interview with someone who does the similar stuff I do, like I don't know who it was. I just remember like watching an interview, and it was like, to go viral, you got to be original. The idea has to be original. It can't be like a copied idea, because then it's like they'd find the original, relatable, and then basically high quality.
Right.
I mean, the quality doesn't matter to that extent, but if you have an original idea, it's like, it's like you're finding something for the first time. It's funny.
Right.
Like, oh, this is creative. It's funny. I've never seen this before. Relatability is huge, especially like, because I got my start on Facebook. Facebook, you can share, you can comment, all that stuff.
Right.
If like you want to make a video where you'd be like, oh, dude, like that's my brother. You tag, oh, dude, this is so you, or then you share, oh, this is, So if it's relatable, people like it because it's almost like an intrinsic thing with them. So that, and then high quality. You got to actually, I mean, you can shoot stuff on iPhones now, but back then I bought a nice camera, and then I kind of feel like it stuck out.
And did you script everything, like you were writing beforehand doing these skits, or did you
everything's scripted for me.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes when I'm filming, I'll think of a line, or like my filmer's like, oh, maybe say this instead, and then but for the most part, everything's outlined. I do it from a very like directorial or actor standpoint.
It's crazy too, because you started right before COVID, which is insane and nuts.
Yes. So
do you think that actually helped you too as well?
Maybe, because when COVID hit, I was like, fuck, like everyone's inside. Like I remember filming in the city once, and it was like dead, because like everyone couldn't go out. Like people were like couldn't go outside. I'm like, this is like eerie.
Yeah.
Like it was like quiet. It was really weird. So I was like, yeah, might as well make videos.
The drive for you would have been like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Oh yeah. So it was just I think when I got started, it actually helped a lot too, like you said, because once COVID hit, it kind of that's when I really was like, all right, let's just start putting stuff out. And it didn't click for a while. Like I get great big videos, and then like next 3 would suck or like just wouldn't do well. And then so it was very sporadic. But now I feel like consistent wise, it's getting a lot better.
Well, with the formula you said that you figured out, right?
Yeah.
How often do you have to switch the approach? Because you can't just be doing the same thing and getting the same amount of views.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I always try to make something original. Like even sometimes to this day, I'll try to think of an idea. Like I said, a DMV video, like the guys who designed the DMV.
Yeah.
And I search beforehand if it's been done before. I like try to use different words, different like titles. Because if it's been done and it's been done well, I just won't do it.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's not original.
Right.
So
right.
I try to be as original as I can. Sometimes, if it's like say I saw a video like that similar, and it was like 5 years ago and it did horribly, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it.
That makes sense too as well.
But like if it's been done recent or it's been, if like a big creator or something, then it's like you just feel like you're copying them, so you don't want to do that.
Well, that's the thing too, is like everything's recyclable now. Everything has been done.
Yeah.
How I see it now.
Almost.
Right. Kind of. Yeah, as well. But I mean, still with like approaching this, everything's changing. Like I want to say like every 6 months, and social media, 2019 streaming was a big thing.
Yeah,
now it is, right? Skits has always been a big thing, like because of Vine, TikTok.
Yep.
What's the approach you want to go to pivot?
Pivot from
skits, because I'm assuming like once
I mean my goal before skits was acting. I was doing like short films, just
that
like
makes sense.
going around. I was just trying to build a resume, a reel, which is like a video resume for acting, and then apply to agencies. Never got shit back, and then I was like, oh, if I make my own content, that'll help too, because like people will be able to see me, whatever. But then once this took off, I kind of took a backseat to acting and or trying to act, actually act.
Right.
But now I'm starting to get back in it. It's got new headshots. I'm gonna try to apply to agencies and all that. But if I could become an actual actor, I would stop doing skits tomorrow. Like if it
is a dream new that you wanted, or this has been something that you've been thinking about
acting was my number one always.
Oh, since kid.
Yeah, I mean. Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a pro skateboarder, but that didn't happen. But no, for the most part, yeah, acting was always like, if I could do that, that'd be like, yeah, probably.
Right.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that for at least 15 years.
15 years, bro.
At least, though. Yeah, since like high school,
Well, yeah, you said you're like 31, 32, right?
31, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it explains why you said you went to community college. It wasn't for you, right?
Yeah, I like went to one semester, and then first day of second semester, you get a full refund if you drop out within like the first week.
That's a new rule.
Yeah. Oh, it was just at school because I like looked into financial aid. They're like, yeah, if you drop out within the first week of a semester, like get a full refund. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So,
do you think this question just out of my head because we're in Chicago?
Yeah.
Of course, the most beautiful city in the world, the most talented, I want to say.
True.
But we gatekeep a lot.
Yeah, it's that's what's funny too, is because people, Chicago's such a big city, so. If I say something about Chicago in a video where like, some people are like, oh, I lived there my whole life, I never heard that, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Like, it's like, well, yeah, like it depends what part you're from, or just sometimes just, I don't know, you don't hear, like there's certain things about Chicago I didn't realize.
Yep.
Like I find out like, oh, that's a Chicago thing. Like it's such a big city. It's like, it's hard to keep up, but then, yeah, gatekeeping is a funny word because people think I do that with my videos, but it's more just, funny.
Well, I see like a lot of your videos have blown up or got numbers. Yeah. The ones, the Chicago ones, right?
Of course.
Which I feel like is unique because I feel like you're the only one that can master that, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is no one does Chicago stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
About a lot. It's like a very untapped city. It's like New York, LA. It's like obviously the big two. Now Florida, like Miami's starting to pop off, like Texas.
Texas, yeah, I did see that.
But like no one's doing Chicago stuff, and it's weird because it's like the third biggest city. It's like you said, it's beautiful, it's nice, it's so
everyone's
unique.
From here, bro.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, like no one was doing anything Chicago, and that's why, like I said, my first video that blew up was like a Chicago video, and I realized like it's because it's a Chicago video, and then I did another Chicago one, it blew up. I'm like, oh, maybe there's something to it.
Do you think we're just gonna we don't have that publicity or awareness because we're viewed as Chirac?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course. People say that. I use that in my lines in my skits sometimes. Like people that pretend they're from Chicago saying like Chirac. Or something. It's like no one actually says that. Yeah.
I went to Rhode Island in my first year in college, and they were like, "Oh man, in the winter, do you get shot or like bullet holes to warm up?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm from Edmonton. Like I'm from Northwestern. Like relax." But no, I only asked you that to Chicago because I'm saying, do you think your acting career is not gonna continue just because you're in Chicago? Because there's not a lot of acting agencies.
They're getting bigger. Chicago, like they just built that new studio, like Cine Space, I think it is. And they're starting to shoot a lot more shows here. All the Chicago PD, Fire, all that stuff now. Like The Bear, Shameless was here. Well, the Exterior was here. All that type of. I feel like it's getting bigger. There's a decent amount of agencies here, but I feel like LA. I could be wrong here. I feel like LA is dying in the sense of, I mean, LA is always gonna be LA, but like I feel like no one's going to LA anymore to like be an actor or do this. I feel like you don't have to go there anymore.
It's oversaturated.
Yeah, I feel like I've been there a lot. I like LA. Like I've been to LA like 5 times, and I have a buddy that lives there. He was born there, and he's like, honestly, the people from LA are really cool. He goes, the people that move here give it a horrible reputation of, because he's like, a lot of people think LA a bunch of like pompous assholes, whatever. He's like, the natives are cool. He's like, the people that move here to like being actors are all
douchebags.
Yeah, they're all douchebags.
Yeah.
So the actual, like anyone I met from LA was really cool, but the people that move there are all like, too cool for you.
Well, the thing about Miami, New York, and LA, because I've been all there doing content before, you pop out a camera and it's like you're accepted for it. Like no one looks at you weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it is kind of weird here. Like it's, I feel like almost globally it's getting more accepted just because smartphones are so prevalent.
Yep.
But no, I know exactly what you mean. If you're in LA, someone's walking on this, like recording yourself talking in full volume, no one's gonna even like, they'll just keep doing their thing. They won't look like, oh, it's here. Yeah, they'll be like, what the? I get looked at all the time here.
100%.
It's like even in Bridgeport, I'm filming outside like in an alley. Like neighbors just staring and watching at the camera. It's like, what's up?
And you're doing that in 2024. That's why it's like in 2019 when you started, first, what'd your family say? Saying, Johnny, your mom's probably like, Johnny, why?
My mom does not even know how to use a computer really. So, but I can, no, she's the greatest. I can tell her tomorrow I want to be like I don't mean like anything, she'd support it. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. My dad supported too. He actually helps me a lot with, he has like random things. And every time I'm like, hey, I need like a item for a video, like a prop. Instead of ordering it off Amazon, I'll call my dad like, hey, by any chance do you have this? He's like, oh yeah, come over, I got it. Just like random stuff. At first he was kind of just like, yeah, you can make videos, whatever. And then, but once I started making money off it, then he's like, oh, like shit, like, you can make money off this?
Right.
I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. So he was always supportive, but like once I started making money, I think he really
saw that it was legit.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, like you're not just like fucking around with the camera. Yeah.
But what did the people like around? Because 2019, then you were like what, like already like mid 20s, going to your late 20s, 26,
26, 27. Yeah.
Yeah, you're around that age. So I'm 24, right?
Yeah.
And I see people around me, my friends, they have legit jobs. I do too.
Yeah.
But you wanted to do social media.
Yeah, I never had like a legit, I mean, I had like never like a career job.
Right, but in 2019, 26, 27, I'm assuming like it was a little bit more hard. I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, for sure. People are like, you're a fucking loser. What are you doing?
There you go.
No, 100%.
So what those thoughts right now, and then right now you're in the, I don't even think you're in the come up. You're there.
No, yeah, I'm in, yeah.
You're still more to do, right?
Of course.
Always. What do they say now? Or what do you think,
no.
You know?
Depends. I keep a pretty small circle. Not really like, I always have like no like real, you know, just like but there's people that definitely gave me shit and like, oh no, like nice to see you doing big, blah blah blah. I don't take it too personally. Like if they like were talking shit back then or something, or for the most part it was just,
it's like, yeah, Carl, you're in your second divorce.
Yeah, bitch. But it's more like sometimes they wouldn't say anything. They would just like, oh, like you make video, like you can just tell they're fuck, this guy's a loser.
I know what you mean.
But I also don't want to put words in their mouth. But no, now it's like, oh, you make money. You actually like, you don't have to work. Blah blah. Oh, cool. Like now it's more accepted. But I always knew that was gonna happen.
So, there you go. I like that. You always knew. So it's a boost of confidence. It's a confidence you always had in you.
Yeah, I mean, I knew, you know. Of course, sometimes you get down like, fuck, like, am I,
100%,
you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, it's funny, too, because every time, even when I was, like, smaller, where I was like, fuck, like, this video sucked this week, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what am I doing? I'd randomly get a DM from, like, a random fan, like, hey, man, love your videos, keep it up. I was like, okay, cool. Like, shit like that was cool.
Right.
Even when I was small, so.
How do you keep the creative juices flowing then?
That's the hardest part, coming up with ideas for me.
5 years is a long time with content.
Yeah, it's funny because every time I think like I'm tapped out and like boom, like I'll just think of something. I'll take a shower and something just like pops in my head. Or sometimes I'll sit right where I'm sitting right now and try to write, which is funny because when I actually try to write, I can't write I mean, sometimes I write ideas, but like I'm the least creative when I try to be.
Okay.
It's really weird. I'll sit down like, all right, I need like videos this week, blah blah blah. I'm just like staring at paper for hours.
So when you're having like those, let's just say the droughts of ideas, right?
Yeah.
And let's just say those down days. We all have those days.
Yeah.
I'm a therapist part time.
Oh no.
So
no,
yeah, that's why I do this.
Yeah.
But that's why I get. That's why I get deep. That's why I get deep. That's
No,
why.
I like it.
But what do you tell yourself then to keep going? Like you're like, there's something else for me. There's something else for me.
I
There's
just
something
say,
else.
don't be a pussy. We need a video this week. Straight up. I'm just like, I like bullying myself. Like, hey, look, we need a video this week. No one gives a shit if you're sad, or no one cares that you're because people see it from like there's always that saying like people see the best moments in your social media, like they don't see the downside or whatever. So as a fan's perspective, they just think, oh, Monday 4:00 new video, great, can't wait. Obviously I'm like, fuck, sometimes I'm like, I need a video this week, I'm tweaking out, whatever.
Yep.
So no one cares about that, and like, so they just care about the video. So I was like, I mean, not saying like they don't care, but I'm saying like from my perspective, I'm like, no one cares that I can't think of a video right now. I need to figure out something to do this week to put out for people to watch.
Yep. So when you're starting out, so you've done collaborations with other people.
Of course, yeah.
So in the beginning, like how did you approach a strategic? Was it just anyone that you wanted on, or how?
Yeah. So a lot of times my old videos, at least, it was just like friends. I was like, hey, or, can you act? Or like, I mean, you don't have to be an actor to do what I do. It's very simple shit. Like you just gotta be somewhat believable, and like you're fine.
Right.
But yeah, I would try to reach out to other creators, and then even to this day, I don't really reach out to many people. Because I remember I saw an interview with a creator, and he was like, before you hit someone up, he goes, think about it from their perspective. If you're smaller than them, like say at the time I had 5,000 followers, I hit up someone with like 400,000. What's the benefit for them to do it? A video
Exactly,
with me? Like
100%.
there's usually none. So why the hell would they do it?
Yep.
And you can't think of it in like it's almost like a business aspect sometimes. I'll create with anyone. I don't give a shit about follower count and all that. But like if you're funny, I would put you in a video. I have no problem. But so that's why I stopped reaching out to people. I was like in my head, I'm like, they're not gonna reach out, or like I didn't want to reach out to other people when I was smaller, because I'm like, why the hell would they create or like collab with me?
Right.
Also, there wasn't a lot of Chicago creators.
100%. Well, I only asked you that because when I first started, I'm only been doing this for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right. But I've been DMing.
Oh yeah.
You get a lot of no's. Sometimes you get a reply back, but once
of course.
a certain point, you start getting yes because they see a video with you with someone else.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's why collaborations works a lot. That's why I asked you. I'm just like, how do you approach? And obviously, too, in Chicago, there's a lot of creators. It's just low key.
Yeah, it's like I don't see a lot of Chicago stuff. Like,
mostly food creators.
Yeah, food is. I mean, Chicago's a big food city,
100%.
so like everyone loves food. So they're just I've done some food content with Chicago Food Guide, good guy, Amin, and but yeah, he was the first guy to hit me up like, yeah, I want to do food stuff, and I was kind of like, look at his page, I'm like, you just do like food reviews, but then he's like, no, we can do like acting stuff. It's like, oh, cool, okay, and then it ended up working out. Like, so I don't mind. Like I said, I'll collab with anyone. But he reached out to me, and that's been happening. Like the more followers I get, the more I'm blowing up. Like the more people reach out.
Right.
And I don't want to just say no to everybody, but sometimes it's just like I can't. There's so like sometimes it's starting to get like people, reaching out a lot.
The time,
like, sometimes like, or just like maybe one day I don't know. I just have a lot of ideas I want to do, and then I like having my same group of people in a lot of videos.
Okay.
So I don't like to. I mean, I don't mind having new people, but like I like where I'm at now with who I use in videos.
Okay.
So
since you mainly or did do Chicago content,
yeah.
Once you actually hit that, that goal that you want to reach, right? Do you plan on staying here, or do you want to expand somewhere else?
I wouldn't mind living here. I love Arizona. I'm going there this month, actually. I have a lot of buddies out there. So, like, if I ever get older or something, and, like, if I do move out of Chicago, maybe Phoenix. Somewhere warm, I mean, it's dry as hell out there, and, like, in the summer, it's brutal. But living here my whole life and dealing with winters for 30-plus years, it's like... Dude, imagine going somewhere where it doesn't snow, like, ever. That'd be sick.
Well, I'm saying that because I'm just like, everyone leaves Chicago, like, right?
Oh, like,
LA, New York, Miami.
If I didn't have to, I wouldn't.
Because content's always going to stay with you.
Yeah, because, like, you can make it anywhere, really. And if not, you can fake it, like, the area. Like, I can go in an alley. Like, I can be in LA.
Oh,
go in an alley and be like, and pretend it's Bremen, Chicago.
Right.
I would have to hide it certain ways because LA alley looks different. But, like, in the sense of that, like, I don't feel like I have to go anywhere. But if I ever did, then I just couldn't make Chicago content as much, I guess, because I wouldn't be in Chicago. I'd like to be authentic, like, boom, do something in an alley, because I can do it like a living room, same video, but I feel like the setting's important too for video. Like people like that stuff.
But I feel like that's where you get more creative though if you did leave, right?
Yeah.
And to grow out your name too as well.
No, for sure.
Forces
I mean,
you.
yeah, definitely.
So I mean, Chicago, like it's a lot of. I love Chicago. What do you think that we can do to actually bring people together, to actually start collaborating a little bit more with social media? There's a lot of influencers, bro, that I've seen. And for another influencer, I'm just asking you because you're pretty tapped in social media, of course.
Yeah.
But in your perspective, how would you like social media influencers to start interacting here, so it can be a unit?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, how can they get together and make
dude, LA in their prime in 2016, 2020, you saw the same people in the same skits.
It's almost like a factory. Like they just I don't know.
Like King Bach.
King Bach, and then
everyone.
They still do that. Ed, then Amanda Cerny, I think. Like they're all, that was all like Viners. And they all lived. I think I read some. They all lived in the same street.
Yep.
I think it was on Vine Street, which is funny. I think that was just coincidence, but they all lived in like the same street, and they would just collab like nonstop. So that's like, I don't know. I never even thought about that because you know how much content you can push out.
That's what I'm saying, like a Cloud House, something here, you know? Because David Dobrik went out there and boom.
Yeah, I remember.
David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, all these people.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be. It's got to be overwhelming at first, but once you get in a groove, I feel like it wouldn't be bad.
Right.
So I don't know. If people want to do that, hit me up. Let's start a Chicago Cloud House.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what could we do to like be the next? Because in the music industry, the same thing.
That's a good question. I don't know what we could do. I
love Chicago so much.
I don't know. Make more. I don't know. I mean, I don't have all the answers, obviously, so I just do what I do best, and I don't know. Is that still a thing though, like cloud houses and stuff?
I don't know. I just thought about the cloud house.
That would be kind of funny.
A lot of people live together, and they just got creative. Boom, 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 boom. And then after 2020, most of those people just blew up and grew their brand.
Like
Nelk, Happy Dad, David Dobrik, Dobrik's.
I think I saw some Happy Dad in my fridge from last Halloween. The fruit punch up.
God damn.
Yeah, I barely drink, but once in a while. It was like a Halloween party, and I just left it in there, and it's still in there.
Well, you're not a big drinker, not a big partier.
Yeah, I don't really go out. That's another thing, too.
Anymore, or just never?
No, I mean, I was like in my early 20s, I'd go out in the bar and stuff. Nothing like crazy, standard early 20s thing. But, like when I met you at that event, I got drunk for the first time in like probably close to like a year.
Seriously?
Yeah, and that's all that day. Yeah, and then I haven't really drank since then.
Well, so a lot of the influencers are young now, 18, 19, 20. Like Jack Doherty, you know Jack Doherty?
Oh, yeah.
20-year-old and mega millionaire, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, there's a lot of distractions. And you're at this point where you're experienced, right?
Yeah, I don't care about like any of that stuff.
Do you think like the discipline is actually necessary to be the next, let's just say David Dobrik, Logan Paul? Like what?
I think so. I think dedicate. I mean, you got to stay focused, but at the same time, I never had what they had at 19, 20. Like, I'm sure I'm not saying sit in your room all day and don't go out doing it fun. I mean, that's just personally me.
Right.
It's not like I have a super ulterior reason for that. I just don't like doing it.
Right.
So, like, if you're a big partier and you're 20, you have millions of dollars, like, fuck it. I mean, if you want to, but at the same time, like, it might hinder you because you might be more focused on that than building your brand or whatever you're doing.
Right.
But, I mean, I think that's just me. I think I'm just not a big partier. I don't know.
I asked this too because like I said, you're like 32, so and you're like in your 31.
Big difference.
But the thing is, like, I call it in your 20s. It's like, and I said this with Sebastian. I'm just like, well, you have all the mistakes in your 20s.
Oh yeah.
You didn't know what you were doing. Like you said, you made skits and pranks in 24.
Yeah. Like that's why I met Eric. Or Sebastian. He goes by both. I call him Eric. But yeah, one of my filmers, he did pranks, and my buddy's like, oh, my buddy Eric does pranks. You just hit him up. And then we did pranks when I was like in my early 20s. Cringe as fuck. But like, yeah, I mean, that's, you just got to try stuff in your 20s. But yeah, that's probably another reason. Yeah, because I'm older now. I'm 31. But
and that's what I don't like.
I'm kind of over that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still people my age that like party all the time. And I don't know how the fuck they do that. Shout out to them, but like, I mean, I have no problem them doing it. I just personally can't do it.
I don't know how the promoters do it, man. They party like 6 days in a row. I'm just like, dude, I can't. My feet.
Yeah, no. I'm just very like, I like being alone. Like, I like if I'm not filming, going to the gym. That's like my only social I might go on a date or something with a girl, but like other than that, I'm just chilling.
I've noticed that a lot of influencers too do like to be mostly alone.
Yeah, no, it's just, I mean, I feel like I've always been like that though. Not like lonely, but just alone. There's a big difference.
You like the peace.
Yeah, I love it. I can just sit here, like do whatever I want. Just
well, that's what I heard Logan Paul said it too. He's he's antisocial. He's like,
yeah,
I hate people.
No, like what? That's like, I used to work at a bar. I was a bouncer, surprisingly. The gift of gab. I can talk my way out of stuff, but it was like that was my social interactions going to work. It's like, you know, like if I can go out like once a week or like, you know, like I go to the gym, so I have buddies at the gym I'll see.
Yeah.
But like if I don't go out for like a week or so and see nobody, like okay, after a week it's like I need some sociability.
Right.
But like once a week or when I had my job at the bar, like that was enough for me.
Oh, sure.
I wouldn't have to like go out after that because I was just like, yeah, I see some people in public, whatever.
That makes sense. But now I want to go a little bit with the acting side, right?
Sure, yeah.
Have you done any like roles yet or no?
No, nothing. It's funny actually. I get sent this all the time. In like 2018, maybe right around then, I did. You know when you get a new job in those like sexual harassment videos, like don't do this at work.
Yeah.
I was some company. They're like, we're gonna reinvent it or reinvent it instead of like the ones from the 90s can be like modern, all this shit. And I played like the creepy sexual harassment guy. So like people said, I think it's just Illinois because like a lot of people are like, what the fuck? I just got a job, and they'll just like DM me on Instagram like a 30-second clip of me like hitting on a girl at work, like in the video. Obviously.
Right, of course.
And it's funny as fuck. I always because I think they paid me $200 to do that. It was like one day of filming, but they never sent me the video. So the only time I see the video clips from people send it to me. So if anyone works for that company, please send me the whole video because I really want to see it.
Jeez.
It's like a bunch of different scenarios. Like it was like, oh, don't text nudes to your coworker, and it's like me in like a locker room with like shirtless taking a picture.
What the
so fucking funny. It's so stupid, but that was like before I did skits. That was like one of my acting jobs I had. But other than that, no. I've been just doing videos. I've been concentrating on that because I'm a big believer in like sticking to one thing at once. Like if something's working, just put your like all chips in on this.
Well, that's like your resume now, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So now I'm trying
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, really, yeah, that works. Which is unfortunate for the acting world where
they go to film school and stuff, acting school.
Or you know, like I'm sure there's actors that are really good actors, but they get passed over some asshole with 100,000 views.
Yep.
Or 100,000 followers. Yep. The worst actor. It's like I can use that to my advantage, but at the same time, it's kind of shitty.
Well, at the end of the day, it's just connections, bro.
Yeah,
that's how the world works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I understand that part, but it just sucks sometimes. We're like an actual good actor who just because he doesn't have followers, he might not get something.
Gets a role and gets something.
Yeah, and it's like that sucks.
It sucks, but then again, social media world, dude, it's rough.
Yeah,
like
no, I agree. Yeah,
hours and hours.
I mean, I'll take advantage of it when I can, but yeah, it's just shitty.
It's shitty. No, it's rough. But since you didn't go to school at all, I mean,
yeah,
and you didn't really like school. It sounds like you didn't really care much.
I mean, in high school I did well, but yeah, I liked math and English.
Okay.
And history, of course.
Did you think it was like the end of the world once you dropped out? Or you just said, nah.
I just never really saw myself going to college. I was just like, if I need to go to college or something, I'll go to college. But like, I never, like, because I remember I had like one semester, I was like, what am I? Like, I'm just doing my gen ed, so it was just like, because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, shouldn't even be here.
And you just
I just walked out. I just like went to the office, like, hey, I'm gonna drop out, fill this out, and then got a refund.
Dang. Parents didn't say anything. They just said,
well,
okay.
I texted my dad because he was paying for it. It was community college. It was like $500 a semester. It was really cheap. And I was like, hey, I don't think I need college for what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna drop out. You get a full refund. He's like, I don't care about the money. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just letting you know because he's like, all right, well, figure something out then. I was like, all right.
Well, with the refund, bro, you can't go wrong. Oh, right? Yeah, you can't get mad at all.
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have dropped out if I didn't get a full refund because I would have stuck it out for that semester at least because he paid for it. So
true.
I feel bad.
Well, I asked you that because since you didn't go to college, you still around your friends.
Yeah.
You still get like that FOMO and you're like, dang, what if I did graduate? Dang, what if I did?
Yeah, no, definitely. That happened a lot. All my buddies went to Western Illinois. I used to party there.
Western Illinois still?
Yeah, it was a great school. Yeah. The party at least. I don't know about academics.
Education, yeah.
I think
YouTube University, though.
I think Macomb was the number 2 town or city, whatever they consider it, in the country that manufactured meth.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like anything out of Western, that whole area was just like meth, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right.
But Western was a great school, yeah. I just remember all my buddies were like, yeah, dude, Macomb sucks. It's all meth heads. I'm like, oh shit, no, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like Macomb. nothing against it, but fun fact.
What's next, and how long do you want to do skits, man?
Yeah, because I mean, I'll do them until the wheels fall off, I guess, and then unless I can segue that into acting, that's the main goal. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So if I can segue that into like getting an agent for like acting, and then going to actual auditions for like, you know, whatever show, like if I could just be in like Chicago Fire, that'd be sick. Even like a small role or something, you know, just be like, fuck, I'm on TV, this is dope.
What about collabing though in Chicago? Who would you want to create it here?
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of content creators just because I don't want to accidentally get influenced by them.
Okay.
That's something I heard once and I kind of stuck with. I mean, they'll pop up in the feed, but I don't really know many. Maybe we'll do something with Kush since I met him, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know many Chicago creators, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like. If you name some, I might not even know. I don't know who you know. But
well, like the biggest ones is obviously Kush.
Okay, yeah, obviously.
And then Skinbone.
Oh, I know Skin. Yeah, I know Skinbone with the music he made. That shit was so. I remember my son sent that to me. That fucking
with the Uzi.
Yeah, dude, that shit was. Yeah, I think he has 2 videos. Yeah, he was. Yeah, that shit's funny as fuck.
Him and another guy, I forgot his name. He's like On God.
Oh yeah.
Corporate.
Yeah. I didn't know his name. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
No, Skinbone's fucking hilarious. Those songs are so fucking funny. I remember someone sent to me. I was literally crying laughing. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Random, bro.
But like, it was so good. It's like in a Chicago alley, just like recording some song, and it's so good.
Everyone's from the East Coast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's in the East Coast when you're Italian or Irish? Mafia.
What?
Like stereotypical, like that stereotypical, like East Coast Italian.
Yeah, I always joked that my papa was in the mafia. We'd always ask him as kids, and he would just smile and walk away. He wasn't, obviously, but he would just kind of fuck with us.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. For me, it's just like the stories and conspiracies are just like.
Oh no, I mean, mafia history is great. I love anything mafia. I mean, like, I'm wearing a Sopranos tee right now.
That's what. Yeah.
But anything. Like, I'll watch. There's like YouTubers now that are from the like Michael Francesi. He does like a podcast and like videos. It's just funny that there's like ex-mafia members that are YouTubers now.
Current too.
It's just funny to like say that out loud.
Yeah.
And then 2 of them, Sammy the Bull too, does a thing like a show. He's a ex-mafia member, and they 2 once got into a fight live on YouTube, like talking, and then someone's like, "Dude, we have a ex-mafia feud on fucking YouTube in 2023. Like, what the fuck is going on?"
Oh my god.
It's just so stupid. It's funny. It's like now these mafia members are like on YouTube.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So,
it's
like,
so funny.
When you make content, you don't think. I'm assuming you made a piece of content before that. You're just like, this might be offensive.
I don't give a shit if it's like, you know, I won't be a complete asshole. But I'll make fun of, like, I made the Italian drug deal video. I said WAP pop.
What's that? What does that mean?
WAP is like without paper. It just means like, you know, it's like calling like an Italian dude like a Dago, you know, WAP. It's supposed to mean without papers. Like back in the day, they got, you know, they're all legal or whatever. But it's
illegal.
But like, I think it actually comes from an Italian word. The etymology of the word, it's all like no one actually knows. But I said WAP pop, and someone's like, "Funny video, bro, but watch what you say, blah blah blah." I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck? I'm Italian. Like, I was gonna say that or Dago Fago. Like, either way, I'm making
Dago Fago.
Yeah, like a soda, you know, because it was San Pellegrino, and I was just like WAP pop, and then like someone's like, "Don't say WAP." I'm like, "Fuck you."
So it's supposed to be like a degrading humor, right?
Yeah, like it's like a racial slur towards Italians, but
you're Italian.
Yeah, exactly. I am Italian. It's like when I say Polak a lot, I'm half Polish. I'm mostly Polish, which is funny. I'm half Polish, quarter Irish, quarter Italian.
Okay.
So. My dad's a full-on Polak. So,
you can speak all languages though too as well, right?
Solamente Italiano.
All right, okay. Put a pin on the Polish right now.
Yeah, I'm learning Italian. I don't know it like fluently, but I'm learning it. I don't know any Polish. My parents don't either, or like my dad doesn't, my grandpa doesn't. My Polish does not know Polish at all.
My mom made it strict to learn Spanish, bro, on the table.
Yeah, I wish I learned Italian as a kid, but my mom didn't know it. My papa was first generation Italian. His parents came from Italy. My great grandparents, they only spoke Italian. But my papa was, I call my grandpa my papa, my Italian one. He was the youngest of 10, and all his brothers and sisters refused to speak Italian because they wanted their parents to assimilate properly to America, but the parents never learned it. So they'd speak English, but the parents spoke Italian, so there's like a language barrier.
Oh, wow.
So the kids never, like, they learned Italian a little bit, but...
That's kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. So like, even until, like, they died, like, they only spoke Italian.
So with Italian, you're Catholic too, I'm assuming, right?
I'm not really super religious, but yeah, I went to Catholic school my whole life, so
Okay.
I know the.
I only ask because I know a lot of my friends are Italian or Catholic. I'm Catholic too as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Faith. Oh, you just said you're not really religious.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised Catholic, so like, I know all of it,
For sure.
I'm just like, whatever. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not like super religious or anything. But.
I only ask you too because I'm like, you have success. So like, I want to say like part of your success, obviously, is determination and hard work, obviously, but like, faith, religion.
Yeah. Not to discount that. I have nothing wrong with religion.
No,
But yeah, I wouldn't attribute that just because I'm not big on religion, but I mean, it could be. I mean, I have faith in myself.
No, 100%.
Oh yeah.
No,
so,
each to their own. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
No, yeah.
If you're real, thank you.
There's no right or wrong answer.
No, yeah.
You know.
So, I mean, I feel like faith in general is good. I mean, even if you don't like, I mean, faith's a good thing regardless. Just like if something's under your control, it's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna have faith and see what happens.
There you go.
Yeah. So
what's the confidence you had, bro? Like 2019, dude. You did it yourself, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know about confidence. It was more. I love you can hear the sirens in the background.
I heard it.
It's
Chicago.
It's the highways right near my apartment. Oh damn, that's close.
We're in O Block.
Yeah. No, the confidence. I don't know. It was kind of just. I wouldn't say I'm overly confident either. I think it's just like it's like a mindset of just do it. Like if it fails, like whatever, it's like I said earlier, just kind of like don't be a pussy.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
It's just like that's what I'd say for a lot of things. Just like if it doesn't work out, okay, you tried. Like I never understood people that are scared to try something.
100%.
Because like, oh, what if I fail? Like, okay, then you just do something else. Like it's not a big deal to fail.
You did something
If you
want
don't do it, then you'll never know. Or like, I feel like not doing it's way worse.
Yeah.
Than going for it and failing. Like, who gives a shit?
100%.
So it's weird that people are like, I think it's more of that than confidence. Obviously I'm confident, but like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna do this, blah blah blah. I'm just like, all right, fuck it, let's see what happens.
Well, you have to be confident, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you could be. I don't really believe in the cockiness because you have to be confident, bro.
People get that confused. Like cockiness, I feel like cockiness gets compared too much to arrogance.
Yeah.
Like it's good to be cocky. It's good to be like, oh, I'm like this is gonna work out, blah blah blah. But I feel like you're rubbing people's faces. That's more like arrogance, and then people mistake that for cockiness.
Yeah.
So I feel like true cockiness is just overconfidence, which is not a bad thing.
100%. Like you have to tell yourself you're the best. Like you have to tell yourself.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's a lot of athletes people are always dogging athletes for being like, how does this guy think he's the best? Blah blah blah. Obviously, like say like the NFL draft, like he went in the 5th round. Like how does he think he's better than the first overall pick? Because like what is he supposed to say? You know what? I'm good, but this guy's better. Like that sounds so stupid.
Yep.
Like of course you have to believe in yourself to be the best. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Or like
you always have to tell yourself, yeah.
Or even in that sometimes you'll see a big creator that has like millions of followers and like even like not even in like a arrogant way, just like fuck, I'm better than that guy.
Yep.
Like, why does he have this when you follow? You know, it's not like a jealousy thing. It's just more of like a fuck, like okay, he's there, I'm better, I can get there. You know, it's almost like motivation. Yeah.
That's what I say to myself. Like anything I do, I'm just like, you're the best. But it's not because I'm just like, I'm gonna rub it to their face. It's just to yourself. You're selling it to yourself.
Or you can just like, or you can just be like, I can do what that guy's doing.
Yeah.
Like I can 100% do that, and then boom, 3 years later, you might be bigger than him.
Yeah, 100%. Like athletes get shit on a lot. Like you said, like Cristiano Ronaldo at 39, he always says before he makes a goal, he's like, I'm the best. I'm the best. No one can beat me.
No, exactly. Yeah. Even if he's not, I mean, I don't watch soccer, but like obviously he's one of the best. But like, if it was like football, like. Love Tom Brady. He's obviously the best.
Oh, 100%.
But like, if there's a player right now saying like, "Oh, I'm better than Tom Brady," like, good that you think that.
Yep.
You know, I obviously will disagree, but it's great to have that confidence. Like, what are you gonna say? You know what? I'm good, but Tom Brady's always gonna be better than me. You sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna be.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah,
man,
of course.
Do.
Even if they're lying to yourself, you know.
Well, you have to fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
bro.
fake it. I like that. I like the fake it till you make it.
You have
to pretend you belong there, and eventually you will.
You have to have the balls to say it and then believe it, and then
100%.
That's it. With some hard work, people miss that, right?
Yeah, people don't. Yeah, people don't like doing hard work. That's one thing I found out in this business. This
it's a business.
Yeah,
bro,
it is. But like, there's people that oh, I'm gonna do this. That's like a lot of people that talk. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. They never do anything. It's like, what happened to that?
Yep.
6
months in, no millions of dollars.
No this, no that, no that. And it's just like, or people that are lazy in this industry.
Yep.
They're like, well, like just like I don't know. Like I know, like this shit is so. I'm not gonna say easy, but like,
time consuming.
Dude, just fucking show up, do it. That's it.
Yep.
It's not like, gotta write something, boom, you film it. Takes 2 hours to film it. Some people will bitch about that. It's like, what are you doing? Just fucking do it.
It's like you then want to know, but people want to be influencers for the perks or for the
I hate that shit.
highlights.
I hate the term influencer. It's like, oh, you're an influencer. I was like, I sometimes
Creator.
Sometimes like I'll meet a girl randomly, you know, and like that she doesn't know what I do or anything. I'll tell her I'm a video editor. Yeah. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't want to be like, I'm like a YouTuber. They're like, what? You know, it just sounds so. I never like those terms.
Actually, yeah. Just to be honest, yeah.
I mean, YouTuber doesn't sound bad, but like, I make TikToks. They'd be like, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm a video editor. And then eventually they'll find out or something. Yeah. But like, you know, like, you like blah, blah, blah. It's like, I make videos.
It's like the word can be a little bit cringe. Like, I'm a YouTuber.
Exactly, yeah.
One of those.
I hate those. I hate the terms. It's funny. Or like I don't know. It's funny because I'm a YouTuber, influencer, whatever you want to say it, but I'm also like against it.
100%.
It's funny. It's just, I don't know.
But it's so true.
But you know.
No, but it's so true. Like no one wants to actually do the hard part of making. They see the highlights, like you said.
Yeah, people see the highlights on social media of your life, and they think like go to any like an athlete or like Leonardo DiCaprio or something. Like go to his. I don't know if he has an Instagram. But like you'll see him on like a boat, like I want that. Like you don't see everything he's did to get there. You know, you don't see people what they do, what they go through to get. Like you just see like you don't post your lowlights on Instagram. No one does that.
Yeah, no one does it.
So yeah, it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and then sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
you know, it's like a lot of people do this shit years and years and years, and it just never works out. Which it's a huge possibility.
And you got to ask yourself too, like, did you really try?
That's another thing. I feel like if. Obviously, there's some circumstances out of your control. If like something like boom, like you know, there's athletes, same thing. Like they'll tear an ACL, and it's like just nothing.
Career's over.
Yeah, nothing you could have done. You know, you just pivoted wrong. It's like you can't fault them for that. But when it comes to creators, something like that, I feel like there's always. If I failed to do something, I was probably like, I'm sure there's more shit I could have done.
Like you got to try.
I got lazy. I got this, or I got, you know, like it'll. Same thing with like working out, anything really. Yeah. Like, you know, you could do better. Oh, that's a big thing. I always say I can do better. Like, I can do that better. Or like, if something doesn't, like a video flops or something, like, okay, like what I do wrong, let's do it better. Like, I try not to dwell on like, oh, this video sucked this week. I'll be able to press for 4 days. I'll just be like, no, fuck it. Let's just, all right, let's get back to it. That like, that's like once I release a video, then I'm like, even if it does well, I'm like, all right, like I got to think of something to top that or.
You get that dopamine.
Yeah, no, it's
once
great.
You finish
it's great, like getting the likes and like the view. Like my last Instagram just hit the video just hit 1 million. I think it was today or yesterday. I was like,
oh shoot,
I was like in 5 days. I'm like, hell yeah, okay. Now I need a video to hit like 2 million.
There you go. You got to do it again.
If the next video hits like 500K, I'm still happy. Like as long as it does well, I'm still happy. But like, I'll never stop striving for like more. You know, I'm not like comfortable.
I like that. I like the analogy with the workout. Yeah, like you said, because people complain. I was 242 on my peak. I'm 158.
No
now.
Shit. Yeah. Oh, wow. So I would have never guessed you were like fat.
Everyone says that too.
Yeah, wow.
But I like that too because when I hear people complain, they're like, I don't have that six pack for.
That drives me nuts when it comes to working out. Mm-hmm. People are like.
But that's in life too. I use that.
Oh, yeah. But people, when it comes to workouts, I work out like 6 days a week, 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. And I just love lifting. It's just one of my favorite things to do.
Right.
But there's so many people I know that are just like overweight or something or like, and they're like, hey, you know, like I ate 1,800 calories a day every day for 3 months, lost no weight. Like, no, you didn't.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but you didn't. Yep. If you did that, what you said you did, you would have lost weight. You've been skinny. You would have been gaining muscle. You went to the gym. Yeah. And it's like people lie to themselves a lot. And it's like the only person you're cheating is yourself, which is such an old analogy, but it's so true. It's like, I'm not trying to like, you know, make fun of people for being overweight, but it's just like, if someone complains to me that they're overweight and then they tell me all this stuff they're doing and it's not working, it's like, you're probably not doing it.
You're not doing it,
yeah. And that's not just the working out. It comes to anything like this or just whatever. It's like, if you don't put in the work, that's another thing. People like try to fabricate what they do a lot. Like if I fuck up, I'll be like, yeah, dude, like I fucked up, like whatever.
That's it, period.
Like people try to make excuses so much for their failures where it's like, stop making excuses and just do better. Yeah. Like it's not, who you trying to convince? Who you trying to convince though, you know? Yep. Like, I'm not going to believe you.
Yeah. If, no like, one cares. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Like, no one cares. No one cares what I do and, but except put up the videos, for the most part. Obviously, I have great fans that, like, you know, DM me, oh, like, love your stuff, you know, but, like, in the grand scheme, it's like, they're here for videos. They don't care about my personal shit, for the most part.
But that's a good thing, though, because that makes you do what everyone's scared to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
create and be you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like some grandiose thing. Like,
there you go.
It's like some people do that. Become like they get like views or followers, and they like think they're like some hot shot. It's like, dude, you're a fucking asshole making videos like everyone else,
and no one's gonna like you.
Like, yeah, exactly. Just
in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why I try to, anytime someone like asks for a photo, what's up, man? I love your video. I'm always like, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I know. Like, I love when that happens too. It's not like it ever, like at the gym, it happened yesterday. I was benching in between sets. The dude's like, hey man, can I get a picture? I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
like, you know, yeah, I'm not going to be an asshole. Like, and like, nor do I want to.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really cool when people come up to me. Like, it's almost weird. I was like, you want to take a picture with me? Like, why the fuck do you want to take a picture with me?
Special.
I'm sweating at the gym right now. Yeah, exactly. But it's cool though. It's really cool. But I think people they get carried away in their mind and think like they're more important than they are.
100%.
I'm a big believer in that. Like, people aren't like shit for the most part. Of like, when it comes to this type of stuff, they think like, yeah, I have more followers, I'm like cooler than you. Like, no, you're not, dude.
We're humans at the end of the day, bro.
Exactly. It's just all, you know, it's a number and a fucking screen. Who cares?
Yeah, and it's all perspective too, and it comes with everything. With the gym analogy too, as well, bro.
Yeah.
You need the hard work.
No, 100%.
And that's what it takes. Yeah.
No, yeah, you need hard work, dedication, and just keep doing it. It's boring sometimes, but it pays off.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, why am I not growing? Why am I doing this? I'm like, are you really
better.
working, bro?
Yeah, you can probably do way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
100%. Well, Johnny, now got me fired up, bro. I'm fired up.
Let's do it.
I run every day, but I don't lift. But I should start lifting, man.
I need to run more.
Fuck, bro. Well, yeah, you got the whole stairs going upstairs, man. That's
on the third floor. It's not good. Every time I get groceries, I make one trip.
Just pass me the TRT formulas, and then I'll put that in my back pocket. But Johnny, man, I mean, anything else you want to include or something to say, something that we didn't touch on? No, Diddy.
I don't know. I think shout out to my cameraman Johnny, Eric, Gerard.
All right, Johnny Viti. So this is Johnny Viti. We're here in the South Side of Chicago again.